Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Glad to be back with you guys. Hey, 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 it is hump day. It is the middle of the week. I have another great show planned for your viewing and listening pleasure this evening. Tonight is Lady T night. I have not one Lady T, but I have two Lady T's tonight. It really looked like we doing a salt and pepper reunion on the show. I don't know. I mean, these two divas team too much already, but it's Lady T night on the show, and we have a lot to cover this evening. Today, it was announced that President Donald Trump has been impeached again, not impeached one time, but impeached two times. So we'll talk about what that means this evening. We'll give you the latest COVID-19 update numbers, as well as we're going to talk about the fact that a famed actor is dating a young lady, Miss Lori Harvey. And I put it out on social media about them two dating, and I got mixed reactions. So I can't wait to talk to these two ladies about it. And then later on in the show, we'll meet a journalist, a poet, and author by the name of Chaz. And as you guys all know, our first lady T, Miss Thigh, she is single and ready to mingle. And I've been every week trying to introduce her to different guys, but the guys all have to come with a conversation. So tonight, Chaz is going to talk to both of the ladies because they're friends. I have to tell y'all the whole drama with that. But he's going to talk about 10 things that women need to know about dating. So that ought to be really interesting. So let me bring in the Lady T's. In the box right next to me is the one and only Miss Thyteria Towns. We call her Ty. Ty, yes. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi, darling. How are you doing today on this wonderful, crazy Wednesday?
Yes, it is. If I could say so, a very crazy Wednesday. We'll talk in just a little bit, but it's so good to see you. Glad you're here tonight, and I appreciate you so much. And absolutely. And the woman in the box below me, she's been here many times before as a co-host. She is reeling off the fact that this is her birthday week. She just celebrated a wonderful birthday on Monday. She's here with us tonight. She's been here talking to us about everything from education to spirituality. But let me tell you guys this. She's a chef. She has a wonderful catering company and a food just line that she does that's amazing. I ordered her grits recently and they were to die for. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Chef Takana.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm excited.
Hello, darling. How are you this evening?
As fabulous as I look.
Yes, you do. You do. Well, ladies, I do want to take a moment in the beginning of this show to acknowledge something that has happened today. My co-host this evening, the one and only Miss Thyteria Towns, who I just love her to no end, lost her brother today after a lengthy illness. And I have said to her many times, if you can't do this, don't want to do this tonight. We fully understand. We love you. She says, no, I need to do this to move on. And so, darling, we raise our glass to you, your brother, the life that he lived. We really appreciate you. We're going to make you laugh, cry. We're going to do everything tonight to lift your spirits. So sorry. Tell us what, if you want to, what happened.
So thank you so much, Chat Daddy, and I love my fierce sister Takana. I would like to thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show this evening. And close the door. See, and this is what happens when
that's reality, baby. That's reality. We good on all of that. Yes.
My brother, 57-year-old Marine deacon, and you name it, he's done it all. Succumbed to his illness at 1:09 a.m. and he passed from having spinal meningitis, which we did not know what happened to him when it came and everything. And he just had a lengthy battle. It was rough. He went into the hospital last July, kept praying. Every time they tried to count him out and say he was dying, he continues to stay alive. So yesterday, I knew something was going on when they let us come to the hospital to basically say our goodbyes, which I didn't believe it. And we got the phone call at 1:09 a.m. I came over my brother and my sister-in-law house. He is a huge Bears fan, so I put his clothes on, and I've been wearing his clothes since 1:09 a.m. And I have people to know that I have a huge family. I have like 1,000,000 brothers and 1,000,000 sisters. So I'm just praying that pray that we all don't get COVID. Of course, you know I have my mask ready to roll today, but I've been downtown. I've been downstairs drinking brown liquor.
Oh, oh my God. Well, our deepest condolences. The audience is sharing their
Absolutely.
condolences as
Thank you.
well. I understand the spirit in which you're doing this. As I said before, when my mom died in 99, I had a relationship chat scheduled like the day after her death or the next day. And I went on and did it as well, too. So it's to honor that person's memory and, you know, to take your mind off of the tragedy
I
itself.
need it. I
Yeah.
need it. And I wish that everyone in the world could have met him. He was a Marine. He was a deacon, and above all, he's my brother. So I've
Yes.
saw so many people sending their condolences. I thank everyone. I know I haven't responded to people because I literally had to go to work today. So I was downstairs. I'm like, you know, remote learning. So did my job, and then at 5 o'clock, I don't know where like my brothers and their brothers and everyone started coming over. I'm like, we better not get COVID in this house tonight. So I sprayed everybody with microban.
Right.
Downstairs with the little one, and then
Right.
brought my butt upstairs for you guys.
Oh my gosh. Chef Takana, you always come up with just the most appropriate wording. You being a spiritual leader that you are, this woman is experiencing a major transition this evening, but yet has the faith and courage to be here with us tonight. What do you feel about this?
I am deeply touched and honored that you would even grace us tonight. Literally. Loss of life, I don't care who it is challenging and difficult to process at best. So we offer our sincere condolences to you. You know I love you. I've loved you for, I ain't gonna say how old you
I
is.
know, since high school.
I ain't gonna say how old you is, but I'll say I'm 40.
Never.
And so you know I got to get all up in that business, right? That's why you are the co-host tonight. Yes, that's right.
I just want to say this 47 don't look it.
You do not look 47. Lies you tell, darling. Lies you tell.
Okay, let me give you the fine. The barge 80s.
Yes, yes. No, girl. Right.
Listen,
yes.
We love you. And anytime if you feel that it's too heavy, listen, throw it. Just do like this. And I'm going to catch it and I got you, boo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got you, boo. Yes. You ain't got to worry. I got you. So I'm praying for you and your family. Not just God's speed, but the strength that surpasses all understanding and clarity and peace to resonate in your family throughout. So I love you
so much. It's great love.
Absolutely. That's what it's about.
Love. I love it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And we really appreciate you being here tonight. And if at any point the show gets to be too much, we understand if you have to leave or have to deal with something.
I'm in my brother's chair. I'm drinking Jack Daniels, and Lord knows people don't even drink the dark stuff. So hey,
okay.
Started.
All right, good. Well, now Chef Takana has created a cocktail for tonight since it is Lady T night, and both of these ladies are friends. I'm friends with both of these ladies, and we're going to have some fun talking about relationships later on this evening. What's the cocktail tonight, Chef Takana? Because this is really good.
So I did a little vodka, little teeny of Mart. Okay, so what I asked you guys to do is just a little bit of what I have is honey ginger lemonade, and I mix it with my bold ginger ale and my white grape Ciroc. So it is a little white grape martini. It's a little zhuzh on it all, just a little. Okay. So if you can. It's amazing. It's light. And I know, Art, you told me that you did something different to yours. And I know Chaz is doing dark. But I need you to know, even if you have to add the Jack, you can still do the honey, lemonade, and ginger, and the ginger ale with your Jack. And you still going to have your good shit. You know what I'm talking about?
So here's what I decided. I did what you said, the vodka. I
Mm-hmm.
did the white grape juice, but I did the one with less calories.
Mm-hmm.
I did fresh lime, I did fresh lime in it, and I topped it off with ginger beer to give it that spice.
Ooh, yes, that ginger beer. So you
Yeah.
almost made a white grape mule.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So that's what in a martini glass in honor of the occasion, in honor of us hanging out tonight.
Of course.
Okay.
Cheers.
Very good. Cheers, ladies. Cheers. Is to love, life, happiness, good energy. I appreciate you both being here tonight. And there we go. Yes. Chef DeConn, if you need to do what you said you needed to do, I'll fade it to us too. All right. Beautiful, babe. All right. There we go. All right. So let's get started with tonight's show. As you guys all know, today it was announced that President Donald J. Trump has been now impeached for the second time. Can you believe that? The U.S. House has impeached Donald Trump for the second time it took less than 5 hours, and 10 Republicans joined the effort. So now here's the deal. This was all, remember, the first time he was impeached, it was because of the 2019, it was in 2019, it was over allegations that he had inappropriately pressured his Ukraine counterparts to investigate his rival, now president-elect Joe Biden, and Joe Biden will be taking over on January 20th. So now, Fatiria, you worked in government. You are heavily involved in the government. What does this all mean? A second impeachment. The first time, look, in the hood, we want him drugged out of the White House. What does this all mean?
This is a great thing that he was impeached for a second time. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that there are certain presidential privileges that you will be able to have once you get out of office. So that is like lifetime security, a particular pension that you may get, and just various rights and privileges as a president that you may have. And since Trump just continues to show his ass at all times, do not do not take responsibility for his actions, and definitely, most definitely incited a doggone riot at the Capitol that people lost their lives. So he needs to be punished. I'm glad and I'm so happy that the House voted, as well as making sure that Republicans understood their point of making sure that we just do not want this in our democracy. And the great thing about it, which is like the coup de grace, after he finished, after January the 20th, he's going to lose his job, which he already did, and B, he is going to get indicted, hopefully, in the state of New York. So I love it. Did you hear the news in Chicago that they're trying to remove his name from the Trump Tower, and then in New York from various golf courses and the ice rinks and stuff that he have around there? So yeah,
right, and rightfully so, he should. So just so you guys know, he now loses a $200K plus pension that would have been given to him for the rest of his life. He also loses $1 million a year in travel allowances. He also loses lifetime full Secret Service details. And he will lose his ability to run for president in 2024. Now, look, I'm distraught over this. I feel so bad when anybody loses. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that I'm playing my violin for him. I'm playing my violin. You see my little violin? You see it? Right. You see my little violin I'm playing? Right. Yes, you done lost your job. You about to lose your job. Right.
You finna lose your job.
What do you think about this whole impeachment thing? Isn't this crazy?
Listen, I posted today, literally, because I just retired from teaching in September of 2020. And so I literally said, all of my students that are currently in the processes of going through the Constitution and learning it. Don't be basic, baby. Yeah.
Don't be basic, baby. Yeah.
So I just posted in reference to everything that's happening. This is history, living, viable, with feather, with vibrations, right? So I just said online, literally, if you're trying to figure out how to teach your kids the Constitution, just go to CNN because this is the assignment. Mm-hmm. I am excited about how democracy showed up today.
And showed out.
And showed they arse, because I don't want you to mess up.
Right.
You know?
No, you are right. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Yep.
So I'm excited about how democracy showed up today. I am so disheartened by the foolishness, and I'm enthralled, invigorated, motivated, tantalized by the Trumplicants, because that's what I call them, the Trumplicants, who are afraid for their lives. Have we not, as African Americans, I'm just saying, have we not been afraid of our lives this whole time? You mean to tell she, her, I, me, you concerned because of what has happened? This what the hell we've been dealing with for Zeneba.
Yeah.
I pray that you get a glimpse of all that we have endured, encountered, had to deal with, had to understand, rationalize, disrespect, deal with all of that bull. You know what I'm talking about?
But here's the thing: the Trumpsters are demanding their freedom. They want their freedom and their rights. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what freedom?
What have inalienable
rights? What rights? You can't fly no more. What rights? You can't fly no more. What rights? What rights?
I need more of my drink.
You can't fly no more. You a felon. You
can't. I love it. You can't fly no more, and that was a wonderful thing about being.
You can't vote.
You can't vote. You have a felony against you. You cannot get on any type of federal.
You can't even get your stimulus.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get really caught up.
And it's the ones that was gonna be eligible first. You ain't getting it now, sir, ma'am.
And did you see the videos of the people feeling so like, I don't understand. Why can't I get on the plane?
I don't understand why they shoot people before they have a question. I don't understand why they have a no. I could just run in your house. Let me tell you about the Congress. Let me tell you something. This running your house with a warrant, no knock, Congress speaking on that. Mm-hmm. Can Congress tell me how the no knock warrant situation is right now?
Right.
Y'all don't remember when? Oh, January 6th. No knock. Let me give you a date. How that work for you?
Right. Yes. Dad, what were you saying about all of this?
I'm agreeing, have my hand up in the air, doing half dash, taking out. Now they're gonna know what Breonna Taylor felt like. Now they heard so many people. Now, of course, I know they are not going out and putting their foot on the necks of the individuals like they did Floyd. But I guarantee you, they're gonna try to get lawyered up, trying to get out of it, and it ain't gonna work because you cannot threaten any member of Congress. And guess what? You can't threaten their staff either.
Let me tell you something. Right. The fact that other than us,
but it was a couple of. It's about three.
Hold on.
There was a stimmy.
What I'm saying is, other than us, was up underneath, tucked under the pew at the White House. Now they understand what it feels like
to be us,
tucked at every stop sign, police call, inside your house, at the corner store. Listen, the list is long.
It is.
Now you understand how we've been talking. This is what we've been talking about forever. You understand how it feels? How you feel?
But now, ladies, I'm starting to think that everything that is going on in our country right now, it was time for it to happen. I'm not necessarily thinking that everything that we've been experiencing and going through, from this pandemic to what has happened with Donald Trump being president, I believe that everything is in divine order.
Oh,
And,
yes, it is.
and everything does happen in due time.
Absolutely.
I'm a firm believer that karma will up every time. That's why I
Yeah.
try to stay faithful, honest, and straightforward about everything in this world. And the thing is that Donald Trump, first of all, his financial status, he'll be okay. Donald Trump will be better than all of us, but he now has been tarnished. Now, here's the deal. I bet you, and I'm not talking about any terrorist or somebody killing him, but Donald Trump is so distraught. I guarantee you, he probably won't live another 2 years.
I doubt that very seriously. He crazy ass Gemini. That motherfucker's gonna reinvent himself, and he is delusional. He's gonna try to go around to whatever. I don't think so.
Media loves him.
Oh, they love him. Hello?
Media loves him.
Let me say this.
In 2004, I auditioned for The Apprentice when it was downtown. The line was on Illinois Street all the way back around past Grand. And I was a bold chick. My ass came in the damn limousine, got out at the front door with my briefcase and told the people like, Donald sent for me. I was an arrogant little chick. Well, I'm sorry. I did the audition, went through like 3 rounds. I had a ball. They love all that extra. And guess what? None of that stuff is real.
No, none of it is real. None of it is real. Yes, ma'am.
Let me say this. I have in 2020, I launched out on this. Let me just learn and read these books. So I read 78 books in the year of 2020. Okay. One of those books was Mary Trump, the niece of Donald Trump.
I read it so good.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
It was good. She told all the tea.
I'm saying all of that to say she predicted this. I don't know if she has stock in premonitions, but someone needs to purchase it. She told us everything that he would do. So for me, I understand. That's okay. You good that you ain't.
That's okay, girl. I'm like, oh, that's an old-fashioned phone ringing.
TV, Death in the Family.
Right. Yeah, we already know. We just happy you here. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, I'm not surprised by the insurrection and the White House. I am not surprised by the supremacists that are incarcerated today that are asking for a shaman, plant-based food.
Like you better eat
and he got it. And I can't even get salmon every day.
I guarantee R. Kelly ain't getting up in doggone MCC.
So what I'm saying is I am not surprised by the events that have happened. I am excited that they have. I do not believe, because yes, he's been cut off from pension and all of that extra stuff, but he's also been cut off from even being able to go back to New York. He don't already own the hotels.
Yes.
So other folks own that. And so I am waiting for the insurrection of his wife, the immigrant that he purchased. I said, I mean.
And here's the deal. You know, Florida does not want him either.
No,
Florida does not want him.
So I'm excited to see what's next. Like I literally, let me tell y'all, I was never on Twitter. I joined Twitter to see the foolishness.
Wait a minute, you never was on Twitter, even looking at Black Twitter? Black Twitter has given you life for decades.
I've never been on Twitter. I was told by my sugar, babe, I don't need you to do no more media. I just got on Twitter this year, so if it's some other stuff, hook a sister up.
All right. That's
Yeah,
a mess.
so
All right. Well,
I'm
with
ready
that
for
being
it.
said, we are a health and wellness show. So I do need to
Oh,
give you guys the latest COVID-19 update
oh yes,
numbers.
absolutely.
Today, Illinois public health officials announced 5,862 new confirmed and probable cases of COVID-19.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we had 97 additional fatalities. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in the state of Illinois to 1,046,030.
wow.
46,030. 1,046,030.
Those families that have to bury their families.
Yes, with a statewide death total of 17,840 since the start of the pandemic. Data released today shows that 1 in every 45 Illinoisan has
Hmm.
gotten at least their first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, and most county health departments in Chicago are still working to get the initial phase and be able to give it out to health workers and those in long-term care facilities, nursing homes, places like that. Officials also reported 76,107 new tests were given in the last 24 hours. The statewide rolling positivity rate for cases as shared of the total number of tests was 7.3, and that ended as of yesterday.
Wow.
It was reported yesterday that 3,642 people were reported in hospitals due to COVID-19 related issues in the state, and 749 are in ICU, and 368 are on ventilators, all related to COVID-19.
Wow.
And then, real quick, today was the last day that Michael J. Madigan was the Speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives. As we say, boy, bye. See
Boy,
you
bye.
later. Hit the road, alligator. Don't you come back no more. But
It ain't over. It
yeah,
ain't over. It ain't
well,
over.
it ain't over, but
Black,
we
There's a Lisa.
Black Illinoisan
There's a Lisa.
is the speaker.
yes,
There's
he
a
is.
Lisa.
We want to congratulate Mr. Emmanuel. Everybody calls him Eric. Chris Welch. He is the first African American speaker of the Illinois House of Representatives, and we are very proud of him. Come on, ladies, let's what we do. Let's give him a right. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes, we are very proud of that. We are. Salute to that gentleman. And Michael J. Madigan is gone, but I expect to hear a lot of drama about why he is no longer where he is.
I can tell you that. Oh.
Baby, we ain't got enough time. We ain't got enough time now. Right. We ain't got enough time, and I don't have enough alcohol on this show.
Right, that's our
Right.
political show.
Right. That right. I don't have enough alcohol for this show to talk that. We don't. All right. With that being said, I want to remind everyone that next Tuesday, January 19th, is the 5th annual National Day of Racial Healing. Remember, they were here on the show Monday night. If you guys want to be a part of that wonderful, wonderful event next Tuesday evening, I'll allow you guys to cheat on me, but I'm going to tell you guys this much. Next Tuesday night, I have an all-star lineup of guests who will be joining me here on the show. So but if you do want to join, it's transformshy.com. Transformshy.com. If you guys want to be a part of racial healing circle that will be taking place next week. All right. So ladies, anything else you want to bring up until we go to our relationship guests? Anything else in hot topics?
I thought we was gonna talk about Lori.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that last. So is it
Okay.
anything? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anything else we're gonna talk about?
I'm ready for all the rest of this extra accoutrement.
So, Chef, I want to talk to you about these grits, child. What made you come up with these combination of grits that you do? And then I'm curious about the type of grit it was, because it was amazing.
Ooh, come on, Takana, tell it.
So, okay, so here's the dealio. What helped me, or what made me come up with these different thoughts? I am a savory girl. I think I've said that before. I don't do sweet. I'm just not a sugar shit girl. I am savory, right? From your salt and pepper to your brown sugar and honey. Now, I am honey, but you know, So I just wanted to push the envelope a little bit when it comes to shrimp and grits. Everyone and their grandmother and their great grandmother and father thinks wrongly that they are really good when it comes to shrimp and grits because they do the gravy and they do all of the extra. That ain't what I do. I do flavor. I do in your belly, wake you up in the middle of the night. Oh my God, I'm craving it. I'm that person. And so jerk oxtails is one of the things that flies. If I post it, it's gone. So let me put that with my cheese grits because I don't do regular grits over the stove, white. Da, 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 da. No, I do a good cheese grits, and so I like a little beef bouillon. I like a little flavor. I like what makes you sit up and say, it was something different about that.
Yes.
And so you guys have had the shrimp and grits, you've had the crabby grits, you've had the oxtail grits. I'm about to do a mac and cheese grit.
What?
I can.
Okay.
I do salmon and grits because I can. So I like doing things that they don't do that you love. And I want to put it all together because I feel like you should have in your life everything you love sometimes and then put it away and say, I'm going to hold that off on the shelf for a later date. So that's me. That's what
you know what? Okay, so when the world opens back up and we're able to have events again, but we still gonna be wearing our masks no matter what, we're gonna do a brunch, an intimate brunch.
Ooh, okay.
And we're gonna feature your grits at the brunch. I'm just telling you that. Yes. We gonna do a buffet of your grits because they did each have a distinctive taste. Flavor that was amazing. That was amazing. Yes, it was.
I love it. Thank you. Yes. I love it. That's my thing. I get off on what is not out here that's different.
Yes.
And I don't care about trying it and being the first because why not?
Yes, I agree. And
all right. Something that's one thing I love so much about Takana. If you don't like something, because she actually adds tomatoes to her grits.
Yes.
And it just takes it to a whole nother level. And one of the things about her, most people use cheddar cheese. She used Gouda.
Yeah.
So
I use Gouda and I use garlic cheddar and I use mascarpone and I use all
those things just be so happy. You just be sitting there like a crackhead, like y'all got some of this grits.
Child, look, a mess. All right. For those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Tonight is Lady T night. Yep, Lady T. I have two women who both their names start with T. I love them because they both are dynamic. They both are just beautiful, good spirits. The one in the box next to me, that one over there, that one right over there. I finally got that right. That one over there. She is Iteria Towns. We love and adore her. We're offering our sympathy to her tonight. She lost her brother earlier this morning. She still is able to be here with us tonight. As you guys all know, she is our bachelorette on our Wednesday night show. She was here last Wednesday night. We paired her with a gentleman. Tonight, we have another gentleman that we'll be pairing her with. He's actually a poet, author, all around great guy. And he will actually be talking about 10 things that women need to know about dating. So we're very, very excited about that. And then this beautiful blonde bombshell below me, like down there, like right there, is the one and only Chef Takana of Chef Takana's Kitchen. She is amazing. She is the bomb diggity, all that. So now let me tell you the funniest thing. Last week, when this one on the box next to me was on here trying to date, this one, I did not know they were friends, was steady texting me, asking me questions. And I'm like, so once the show was over, I ended up talking to both of them. And I said, well, honey, we'll have to add Takana to the mix so she can ask some questions. You can ask some questions because I'm bringing some of the best men ever to the forefront. But I think nowadays people kind of need to cross-check, do references, figure some things out. And voila, here's Chef Takana. And how long have you ladies been knowing each other? Since high school?
1989.
Oh. Well, you were both in preschool then. Right,
Yes.
right. Look, Takana. Right.
Born.
But can I say something about Takana? Like, we went to high school together. Takana was a theater major in high school. Takana has the most amazing voice ever.
Yes, she does. Yes.
And I was in the band. Takana was in the choir, and the choir, we were there. Thank you everyone for your.
Oh my cousin.
But they were going in the background, like we were the band and we were in the pit. I play classical music. I play all types of music. But Takana sung Summertime, Porgy and Bess. Tears. I'm playing first chair in the clarinet. And I'm like, this child can sing her butt off. And
you ready? You ready? Summertime and the living is easy. Okay, I'm done. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Ooh, your daddy's rich. I'm done. And your mama's good looking. Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I forgot about that. Introducing that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think you made that song. It was like a whole lot of human feelings, whatever, because we were in the band.
Look, I'm gonna have to drink to that. Look, I'm gonna have to drink to that. Summertime and the living is easy. I agree. It's the wintertime that
jumping in the White House. You heard?
Yes.
Yes, impeach once, but impeach twice. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. You did a fabulous job on that, my dear. You really did.
That was crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so what you don't know is some of these comments are my family, my brother. I love my brother. My cousin that said something. My brother, y'all don't even understand. I'm so excited. Thank you, family, for being here and being present. Stay tuned.
Yes.
We got stuff to talk about.
We do. We really do. All right. Well, before we bring our relationship expert on tonight, and I'm making him a relationship expert because each and every week I try to bring a different bachelor on the show to just kind of talk. And I don't bring everyday average guys on the show. I bring guys on who I really feel are worthy to talk to my audience, that are worthy of giving great advice. So I'll introduce him in just a little bit.
But you're the godfather of it, Art. You are that.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Accolades right now. You've been doing this over 25, 30, 40, 50 years.
Oh, girl, now you aging me. Look, now you aging me. Oh, Lord. Yes. Okay. So recent reports have been released saying that actor, is it Michael B. Jordan?
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan.
He is man alive.
And Steve Harvey's stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, who is Marjorie Harvey's daughter, are dating. And so, you know,
Sing congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. As Vesta would say, it should have been me, but it's not. But here's the deal. So I posted about the fact that this young lady, okay, here's what I said. Oh my, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey are an item. Her exes include Future, Diddy's son, and Trey Songz. Some people on my social media was like, congratulations, she's 20-some years old. Do the damn thing, girl. Where other people were trying to label her as a trick, a hoe, a money grabber, a gold digger. And so I'm kind of curious to know, you know, what you guys feel about that. And I guess to get the conversation kicked off, we'll add our gentleman voice in there because he is going to talk about 10 things tonight that women need to know about a relationship. And then he and I have kind of talked a little bit about his life, what's been going on. And I'm just going to tell you all, these young people out here, whether male or female, they are really coming up. I know quite a few people who have decided to go with younger versus dating their own age, and we'll all figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a journalist, spoken word artist, poet, an amazing chef, you guys. He is an incredible chef. The one and only brother Chaz. Is he
Hey,
there?
peace to all the souls in the house.
Hey, brother, how you
How you
doing?
doing? Hey, I'm doing good, man. It's been a while. It has been a while.
Yes, it is so good to see you tonight. Welcome. I am glad you were available for us this evening. Criteria is really our bachelorette, but then
Okay.
you know how women are, they got to bring the best girlfriend along. And
Right.
so Chef Takana happens to be the best, one of the besties. And so
Okay.
we were just talking about the whole situation of Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey dating each other. As we all know, Lori's in her 20s. Michael B. Jordan's a young man too, but she's dated quite a few popular men. Chaz, we were talking about this is really a trend nowadays of younger women wanting these older guys, correct?
It is, and it always amazes me that a lot of time younger women approach me. And matter of fact, the last two relationships I was in, the last one, she was 21 years younger than me, and the one before that, I think, was 18 years younger than me. But we actually had a history. I had met her quite a few years ago. Matter of fact, when we were still working together at the Defender when I met her.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, you're too young. You need to go back and grow up, and then maybe, we can see each other again. So about 13 years later, she showed back up again. She lived with me for 2 years, but she had to go.
So now, what was the problem? You know what I'm saying? Because I've said many times before, I don't want anybody my age either, but I get that. I do. She was the problem.
She was the problem.
He said she was it.
Yes,
I heard.
Yeah.
This is gonna kick it off. So I'm just gonna be straight up because that's how I always am. But there's certain groups of women that are not able to deal with a quality man. So when you're used to dealing with guys that play games with you, that are not consistent, that don't have their act together, and then you come across somebody that has all that together, you kind of lost. You don't know what to do. And if you're unable to adapt, you're gonna be like a fish out of water. Even if I do everything I can to put you at ease, it's up to you to make sure that you still want to be involved with me.
What one of the biggest things that I think is a huge problem within our relationships, whether male, female, gay, straight, whatever the case may be, is a lack of communication. I think we've all lost the art of communication. Chef Takana, you're somebody that's in a wonderful relationship now, but I've heard you say in the past, of knowing you over a couple of years, that relationships and trying to talk with each other is the biggest problem. What's your thought on that?
So part of the issue, or I want to, Chaz, first of all, say you're absolutely correct. I understand. But communication is lost with this next generation because they're all TikTok,
right,
Facebook, Snap,
instant
communicators, Twitter. They don't have longevity. They don't even have vocabulary. Let's just be clear.
Exactly.
They don't know the difference between your, and your, and there.
Wait, girl. There's a difference in all of that. No.
Yes, there is.
It's called a comma, apostrophe, and a letter, and all of that. Yeah. I am first.
I didn't know that. Right.
So communication is lost when it comes to this other generation, unfortunately. So yeah, these young girls, they twerking and they pop into the DMs, and the older guys can easily get a little trim from those that are not as versed vocabulary wise, intellectually wise, foundationally wise. Like they don't even know what they don't know. Okay.
Right.
So I agree.
You know,
go ahead, Charles.
I was going to say I agree with you on the communication is key part, and that's another issue that I've come across is sometimes you can be too communicative. I have no problem talking about anything, you know, and that's unnerving to some women, to some people, period. You know, but the thing that you said about that some older men know how, basically you said they finesse women out of trim, younger women out of trim. It's kind of what you were saying. I don't want to say I disagree with that. I don't do it because that's not my style, but it's unfortunate that they fall for it. And yeah, it's a product of this generation, but it's also a product of the generation that either raised or didn't raise them.
Okay. So if you want to talk about the generation that didn't raise them, okay, again, Thyatira and myself are both educators first. Let me just tell you from my Title I teaching experience for the past 20 years. Let me go there. Let me change hats. Hold on. I want you to feel like it's the same me.
Right. That alter ego got to come in.
The educator. So what I need you to understand is a lot of the current 20-ish is early 30 women are raised by women that are 35 and 45-ish and are unlearned, unmanned, unhomed, uneducated, untaxed, unstimulus individuals. So they don't even know what they. So the conversation that a gentleman of the age of 45 to 55 is going to have with these women, no, they're not the women. These young women, young babies, Similac, children. Let me just say, it's a different dialogue. So it's easy for them to prey, P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y, be clear, on older men. Is because some of the older men, Viagra needing stimulus, don't want to get prostate. I need to get this nut out so my dick don't harden up. I'm just letting you know. Listen.
Oh my God, Chaz, you okay?
You didn't read it?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to decide.
Chaz.
Y'all trying to get deep. I'm gonna go abyss on you. You know?
Chaz, you see this? Don't be.
I wasn't born basic. I've never been basic.
Come on, bro. Right. Yeah.
Young girls and women, unfortunately, and their parents, because they're all looking for an older dude, they don't even have the wherewithal to understand the conversation alone of a man, a grown man. And I'm going to leave it at that as I sip. Because I'm almost out, and I'll make another one. Y'all don't know.
I bought a bottle of cocktails for now. I don't even drink on this show. I usually drink tea. Y'all got me drinking big time tonight. Okay.
I make you drink champagne with you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Okay. So now let me get the conversation back on track.
Yeah.
So Chaz, do me a favor. This was a good kickoff. It really was. Chaz, do me a favor. Introduce yourself to everybody. Talk a little bit about yourself. But tonight you're here to take us through 10 things that women need to know about dating. Correct? Go right ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Well, to introduce myself, Art did a pretty good job of that. My name is Chaz, and he's described me as a relationship guru. I don't know if I would say I'm a relationship guru, but I basically do is I tell it like it is, in terms of the reason why or how I can even remotely have good advice to give. Is I did minor in behavioral science when I was in undergrad, so I know a lot about how people work. And I see through all the BS that people put out there. And that was a product of having worked with investigative reporters for a long time. So you pick up on that, nothing gets past me. So in terms of 10 things, and this is not an all-inclusive list.
Well, now hold on before you give the list, because we actually going to go through and discuss the list. Thank you for doing your intro. So now the first thing that you have on your list is that you would like women to live by the golden rule. Now,
What's that? What's that?
well,
What's that?
I see. I knew they was getting ready to say that.
I'm doing
I knew that. Look, so Chaz, please explain to us what is to live by the golden rule. Go right ahead.
So I do everything personally and professionally by the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So basically, I treat people the way I want to be treated. And I think both men and women, but a lot of women don't do that. A lot of men don't do that. So that's the number one thing. Treat me the way you want me to treat you.
Now, Di, what do you think about that?
Oh, I don't have a problem with the golden rule, and I think that it's great when you apply it to relationships. But people have to be open and understand. First of all, they need to know thyself, and they need to know how they want to be treated.
Right.
That is just the beginning. And a lot of younger people, I mean, everyone knows I tell my age. I'm 45 years old. I came from a 2-parent household. My parents were married for over 43 years, but it's a lot of things within that 43 years of no, it has to be higher, like 40, whatever. They were married for a long time. They got married when they got divorced when I think I turned 43 years old. But that being said, you know, you have to be confident in yourself. You have to know what you want out of a relationship. You can't just settle for anything. And that's the problem with so many people. I mean, I know that I'm not settling for shit, number one. And then number two, Chat and Takana knows that, you know, Hotel is the best CD ever that was created by Jasmine Sullivan. So in Jasmine Sullivan Hotels, she has a song called Girl Like Me, where the first thing it said, you got me out here going on Tinder looking for, you know, dudes. And it just happens to show the first week of me being on Tinder, I sent all the information to Takana and Chat Daddy, like, oh my God, I might as well slit both of my wrists because this is not the life that I want to live. And, but realize women, it's people out there that will settle for, I guess, that dude named Jonathan, or the man who was like, hey, I want you to be with my wife and somebody else. We just want a friends with benefits. I'm like, nah, I'm not.
Now, I give her big credit for sending her female friend and her gay male friend all of the profiles of the guys who were trying to talk to her. And it was amazing. Takana and I both said, girl, what the hell? No, hell no. No, this ain't where you want to. I analyzed every dude. Didn't I do it? Didn't I analyze every dude? And so that's the biggest issue that a lot of these women are having, is that the dudes out here on these dating apps are average run-of-the-mill dudes. Chaz, I mean, I'm sure if they met somebody like you, they would, you know, hit the jackpot.
Here's the thing about that. I've gotten, when I used to do a lot of online dating, I would get women responding to my profile because they just wanted to say it was so well written, and they couldn't believe that I actually had complete sentences and could describe myself. And I said, really? So basically, Taritha said it earlier in terms of you got to know what you want. And it's a lot of people out here looking for relationships or looking for love or whatever they're looking for, but they don't really know what they want. They don't know themselves. They don't even know how to be in a relationship, you know. But in terms of hitting a jackpot, you know, sometimes people throw money away, even if it's in their pocket. They don't know how to send it right. If you use the chump change, when you come across gold bullion, you don't know what to do.
Now, the second thing on your list, you said be effective, expressive, yet efficient communicator. So now I'm trying to figure out, what do you mean by that? Now, keep in mind, Chaz, you are a journalist, so you are trained to dot the I's, cross the T's, add the comma in the right place. But as we all know, most men and women, because that was the same thing with mine. People was like, oh my God, it's written so well. And people would tell me I'm too much just because of what I wrote in my profile. And here's the thing, it's the real me. It's the truthful me. It's the loving me. So how can we improve our communication skills?
The first thing is honesty. To me, you got to be honest with yourself and honest with the person you're trying to communicate with. One of the reasons why I said effective, we talked about that a little bit earlier. There's ways of communicating. Some are effective, some aren't effective. And when you're truthful, honest, and to the point, you'll be more effective. And when I say efficient, a lot of people like to beat around the bush. If you got something to tell me, tell me. Don't tap me on my shoulder. 8 o'clock in the morning, we need to talk. Okay, let's talk. No, I'll talk to you later. Now I'm all day long thinking about what you want to talk about when we could have resolved it right then and there. That's not being efficient.
Right.
You know, you have to raise your emotional IQ as well.
Yep.
And know how to be able to be efficient in your communication, men and women. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and give you a long, drawn out explanation of something. This is where we need to go. This is what time we got to be there. This is what time you got to be ready. But I'm going to give you an hour longer than you really need. That's my secret. But anyway.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes. I think that's a man thing. Right. If we need to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, I'm going to tell you to be ready by 7:15. Yes.
Yeah, I
You have to be ready at 7 o'clock just to make sure I do that 8 o'clock.
See, Takana, what are you feeling about the effective communication?
So I believe that communication is a key to everything, right? Like I am in my circle of girlfriends, I'm the dude. I'm gonna always give the rationale of the guy because I'm not the emotional. Oh my God, I'm not that girl. I'm not. I'm a Capricorn. Look, my birthday was 2 days ago on the 11th, 1/11. I am a unicorn. I am definitely a unicorn. I am not the average. So communication to me is key. And I think it's very beneficial. And I think that I understand let me give her an hour and a half or more notice to be prepared. But I think it's very important that one of the things that I always say to young women that I talk to, mentor and or advise, look, don't deal with what you felt. Deal with what he said.
Right.
Exactly. I like that. Yep.
What he said is what you need to go by. I don't care if you felt flurries and gas, because I call all emotional, that's gas. Toilet and drink some water and you'll get that out. Deal with what he said, because what he said is everything you need to go by. Because at the end of the day, what I understand as an educator and as a woman surrounded by attorneys, women, Black, beautiful women attorneys, it ain't what you felt, it's what he said that I could prosecute you on, right? So exactly. The verbal contracts of that communication is huge. So I'm big on that.
Go ahead, Carla. Yeah.
That's me.
One of the things, my brother just died only a couple hours ago, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that I always remember from what my brother told me, he was like, a man will always tell you
everything.
All you have to do is shut up and listen.
Yeah.
And throughout my relationships, and I mean, I'm sort of rare because I don't have that many relationships because of having 7 brothers. It's like, if I bring anybody over, I don't know if they're gonna put you in a dumpster, if they were gonna shoot you. My brother was pop. I'm like, oh Jesus, he's gonna bring out a Uzi. Like that's what I had to deal with.
Right.
But with the guys that I did date, like literally, he'll say every time, and I sometimes would sit back and realize, like after a failed relationship, I'm like, damn, they already told me everything I needed to hear.
Yep.
What I had to do was sit there and listen, and then just sometimes you have to watch, look, and listen, and you'll get everything.
And be clear about what you hear, and as a woman, don't dilute the message.
Right. Don't interpret the shit. If he was like, oh, you just a booty call, or I just like hanging out.
Speaking English. He spoke English when he told you, I don't want a relationship. I'm just here for right now, what I want. I like you. You cute, but I don't know if you sexy to me. I just want to be friends. Bride. I wanted to say another B word.
That's all right. Hold it. Yes, hold it. Hold it. Just in case people ain't put their kids up tonight. Hold it. Yeah.
That's what I said. It's not 8 o'clock. He told you what's an app and what it is.
He told you.
Look, my cousin said, watch, look, and listen. You know?
Right. All right. So now, Charles, the next thing, Chaz, the next thing on your list is, hold on one second. You should be able to meet your own expectations and offer at least as much as you expect. I agree with you 100%. But what I have found is that, again, like you said, an accomplished gentleman, you and I, that's why we're colleagues and friends and know each other. A lot of times we meet people that ain't got a pot to piss in nor a river to throw it out of.
Right. Yeah.
They want to come piss in your pot. They want to piss outside the pot. And then they don't want to open your window and throw it out. They want to throw it through the window. So what do you mean by that statement you made, Chaz?
Well, the main thing is this, you know, everybody has criteria, whether you say it or not, that they look for in a person that they want to be involved with. And the thing about it is, sometimes that criteria is what's blocking you from being with the person you might be chosen to be with. And so what I mean by that is, you know, you got people say he's got to be 6'1", he's got to have a 6-figure job, he's got to have a Benz and all this stuff. But you don't have a 6-figure job. You got a Hyundai with Bondo on the side.
And you need gas money.
Right. You know, so I mean, I'm all for building with someone, but you got to bring something to the table. You know, how can you expect me to bring all this to the table and all you bringing is an appetite? You need to bring something other than an appetite.
Appetite and the correct utensils when you're eating.
They don't know the utensils. Stop it.
Right. So
that class, it stopped with me.
It's so sad to know of, you know, men who do not have, you know, I'm not saying you need a damn 750 credit score, but shit, at least have damn 630. That's number one. No, I mean, that's the reality.
No. Can you know what your credit situation is?
I mean, and see, those are the basic things that, you know, you should expect people to be in the 45 plus age range that they should do. And it's a sad thing when you meet a man who is either, if you're living in your parents' house and your parents are older and you have to move in with them to take care of them and they're elderly or whatever.
You didn't move in to take care of them. You live there because you can't afford your own place. Stop lying for the people.
I'm trying to clear it up and make
Chaz, didn't I tell you I bought some loose firecrackers on this show?
I mean,
I take the notes. I'm taking my notes. But
the only thing they got in their name is Facebook. Stop trying to give them credit.
And see, you know what? I'm all for a spirited individual.
I'm sorry.
But this is another. No, you don't have to be sorry at all.
No, I'm not sorry for you. I'm just saying.
All right, go ahead, Chaz. Help me.
This is what guys like myself and other guys who consider ourselves to be quality. We gotta get through all of that to get to you, to the real you. You know. And I'll admit it, there's a little bit of that in me as well because of situations that I've been in, you know, but I'm not as aggressive as you were with it. You know, I'd rather finesse you in terms of, I'm just going to tell it like it is. You know, I don't like to beat around the bush. I don't have time to waste. I'm not going to waste your time, you know, but it does make it difficult for guys who really have good intentions to get through to you because we gotta get through all that minutia, all that scar tissue.
Foolishness.
Why not? But you know what? A lot of women, they don't have scar tissue. That's true. I don't believe that, you know, many of my friends who are single, that they are damaged or they're just going through such an emotional time. You know, for one, being in COVID is very rough. And number two, just trying to get out and meet quality men on the sites from Match.com to Twiller to what other Tinder. They're not there. And then like I remember joining one of the sites and during the day, I work from 9 to 5. I'm not gonna sit. I barely go on Facebook, so now I gotta sit and like use my thumbs to text you back. Like I ain't got time for that. And then the conversation pieces are just so basic. Like you don't have a passport. Don't be basic. I'm sorry.
Don't be basic. Don't be basic.
Don't be
Don't be
basic.
basic. Don't. And then my shirt say I came from nothing, and
But
I done blew it up.
But it sparkles, darling. It's shiny.
And I blew it up. Amen. Now, Chaz, I want to get to your next point on the list that says, do not ask questions that you are not prepared to answer yourself.
Oh, yeah,
I know you didn't go there, Chaz. Chaz, I know you ain't go there.
Yes.
Please tell us what you mean by that.
So there's a lot of questions that people ask that you don't really want the answer to that question. And you're not prepared to answer it yourself, you know, especially when you get to a certain age. Now, unless there's a health issue, don't ask somebody how many people they slept with.
No, anybody go ask that.
You know.
Yes, how old are you?
Old enough. Yeah, I'm
You can't ask questions. You can't ask questions. Come on.
Shut it down, Father Chaz. That's all right. I like that answer.
I'm 56.
Okay. I need to know that because my reason for asking you, let me just be honest with you. My reason for asking is because this is not just a conversation, but this could potentially be a communication situation for others. And so you never want to not give all of your demographics because people, they want to know that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got kids, you're ex-married, how many marriages? What's your situation?
Oh, you're really trying to...
Not you per se, but just guys in general. But see, a lot of times you women are quick to ask, are you gay? How many baby mamas you got?
Yeah.
And really, a lot of times that's offensive. Get to know somebody. Chaz, help us with that, because right.
That's right there. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna give you an example. Many years ago, I went to a speed dating event. A friend of mine that was on a poetry scene, she asked me to come. Every single woman that I met with that night, the first question they asked was not if I had any kids, but how many kids did I have?
Wow.
And I didn't have any then, I don't have any now. The second thing they asked was, had you ever been married? And at that time, I had never been married. So then the next thing they was like, well, you been in jail or something? I'm like, no. Then the last one is, are you gay? Now, because I was in my 30s at the time. So because I was like 35, didn't have any kids, had never been married, it had to be something wrong with me. But some people have a plan. And at the time, kids and a wife weren't in that plan.
Okay.
And here's the deal. An accomplished man like Chaz, if he was gay, he wouldn't be on the market. He'd have been gone. You get what I'm saying? It's just a matter of people. No, and it's the truth. People just want to find what is their right mate, their concubine for life. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
absolutely. So my reason, and I don't want to be offensive, and I hope you didn't take it offensively. The only reason that I ask is because that is one of the catalyst questions that a lot of these young girls, they don't even ask. They don't ask the basics. They don't ask what your history is, your background, how old are you? Do you have children? Have you ever been? Because they're not even in that mindset of understanding what it takes in order to even be a wife first.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason that I asked that question, is because that supports what you saying, what you're saying about communication for these younger women. Yeah, it's easy for them to be in the DM and an inbox of a lot of older gentlemen, but they're not even asking qualified questions to even be in conversation with these men. And a lot of the older gentlemen that they're asking these, or not asking these real fact-finding questions of, they just like, okay, well, all I need to know is that you're gonna have me here and you want to take me here. That's all that matters. So for a young woman like Thigh, who is on a Tinder and all these other crazy ass apps seeking solid quality men, it's difficult to find any of quality because the older gentleman that she would end up, or not even older, just the gentleman that she would even talk to, they dealing with the little girls that don't even want to know no facts. They just want to know your funds.
See, well, and here's one thing that I say about that. Whenever I get approached by a younger woman, the first thing I say is, I'm not a sugar daddy, a splendid father, or equal uncle.
Woo!
So if that's what you're looking
I
for,
love it. I love it. I love it.
Say
I
that again for
love
the
it.
people in the back row of the Congress.
Say that again.
I said I'm not a sugar daddy, a splendid father, or equal uncle. You know, so that's
Uncle. Yeah.
So
I like
the thing about it is, you know, I understand what you're talking about, and it's unfortunate, you know, and that's the reason why we have so many problems in relationships, is because we're not honest with each other,
right.
you know,
Yep.
and
agree.
this COVID thing, especially if you're single, you know, like me, I'm single, I don't have any kids. The only people most of the time, only people I talk to are the people I have to work with during the day, you know, and that's about it. And so it's not a matter of being lonely, but it's a matter of, it's hard to meet somebody now in the ways that you normally would.
But
So
can I pinpoint on that?
Mhm.
Because I'm doing a case study about this now. I know 3 black men in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. 30s, 40s, and 50s. White. Well, one is white, the other 2 black. They all on Tinder. They have dates damn near every night of the week. I'm like, y'all gonna get damn COVID. Fucking around with these people every single doggone day of the week. But
Wait, they do what every night of the week?
they have a different date like almost every night of the week.
Like physical go out on a date.
Go out. And I'm sitting here like, so that's how I learned. This is how I learned that, you know, a lot of these sites are fucking booty calls.
Yep.
They're gonna meet people who's gonna give it up, they desperate. And I just sat there like, the dude he's 56 years old. And I asked him, I'm like, dude, do you know that, you know, it's COVID out here? Is this? He was like, yeah, but my bed is cold at night. I'm like, damn.
You know what?
No.
I know somebody that was dating, hanging out, ended up having sex with somebody during COVID too, and they ended up catching COVID. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to be kidding me. Like, why would you
was that nut worth respirator? Ventilator.
I don't know.
Sorry, I just say things.
No. I mean, you're right on point. You're right on point.
I'm telling the truth, but this is what's real out here with a lot of these men. And I'm like, damn, can you just have a conversation with the individuals? You know, me, I'm old school. Like, hey, we could talk on the phone. No, they're not doing all that.
Yeah,
okay. Go ahead, Chaz.
No, go ahead, Art.
No, please finish your statement because I'm gonna loop something in. Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say, it's always interesting is in these situations is that I have similar issues with women that women always bring up, you know, and then people always ask me the same question we ask women. Well, where are you meeting these women? You know, and most of the women that I meet are either professional women, they work for nonprofits or faith-based organizations, you know, so it's not like I'm out there on 79th, you know, where Peeps used to be looking for women or something like that, you know.
That's funny.
So now, with that being said, Chaz has on his list next, do not have an attitude from Jump Street. Now, let me say this, full disclosure, and I can say this, I love all of my female friends. I'm like y'all male bestie, all of that. But a lot of you women have some stank ass attitude when guys are trying to talk to y'all. I'm the type of person, listen, if a guy come up to me and want to talk to me, every dude get a fair chance. Whether Iliad, Hobbit, Troll, whatever the case may be, everybody get a fair chance. Yes, Iliad, Hobbit, or Troll, everybody come in. You could be a millionaire troll, and you might be my perfect troll. But a lot of you women, y'all do have a lot of stank ass attitude, and that's on his list. It is on his list. Chaz, help me with that comment.
So the reason why I put that on there is a lot of times, you know, that saying that you miss your blessings sometimes, and when you have an attitude in the beginning, I mean, what's that for? I'm not that guy. I'm not the one that did you wrong the last time. You know, I could very well be the one that you're supposed to meet, but when you like, what you want? Why you talking to me? You know what I mean? You know, I'm like, and I'm instantly gone because I don't need that kind of energy in my life. You know, I mean, it was a woman on another Facebook group the other day. I said in one of my responses to something she said, I said, I know my worth and I don't have to settle. And she thought that was funny because a man said that, you know. And the thing about it is, there are a lot of men who don't know their worth, that might have low self-esteem. And so they get run over by women because either they're not communicative, they go out of their way trying to meet their expectations and let what they want go to the wayside. And they succumb to the attitudes because they just want to be with somebody. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. All right, ladies. Thad, what is your response to what he just said? Because, you know, now I will say both of you ladies always are very approachable, very amenable, but I do have a lot of female friends like, girl, what the hell is wrong with you? This is a single man.
So it's so weird because one of my besties, I'm the social butterfly of Gemini, and especially through COVID, I love going to my Costco, I go to my Sam's, and Lord knows I love going to Home Depot, right? Or Menards or Myers. So just make a long story short, if I'm going to these places and I could be with my friend, she was like, there your ass goes everybody down every damn aisle. Like, just go in there, get what you have to get and leave. No, I mean, I can't help it. Like, I have great lashes from here on up, and the mask is gorgeous. So I can't help it if someone gets eye contact with me. I'm gonna say, hi, how are you? And then you have conversations, and then da 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 da. And my friend, she would sit there. She was like, I cannot stand going to the store with you because you're gonna talk to everybody in the store. I don't know how not to say hi. I mean, it doesn't hurt to say hello, good morning, have a great day, hi.
And you know what? And the reason why some people don't do that is they think that every man that says hello or every man that smiles at you is trying to holler at you. That's not the case.
Nope.
I'm very polite, you know. And one of my pet peeves is like when I had to take the train downtown and I hold the door for all the women and not one of them will say thank you.
Oh,
that like really burns me, you know. Excuse me.
We have to realize not everyone has home training.
Yeah, but I did a study one day, an unscientific study between everywhere I went on that day and counted the number of times I held the door open wherever I was and how many people actually said thank you. And I think that particular day, out of about 100 instances, it was less than 10.
You own a lot of doors.
I believe that. I believe it. I believe what he's saying. I really do believe that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But you know, and it's that I had a bus driver one time. I got on the bus. I said good morning. She said, "If you say so." I'm like, come on. I'm trying to make your day.
You know, it was a book that I was reading. I can't remember the name of the book. That, you know, people have so many PSTD moments and they carry it around with them all the time because they just don't know how to outlet. They don't know how to talk to people, and they don't know that they don't know. So I'm not trying to make an excuse for them at all. Sometimes we have to let them know, like, you know, it would be nice if you say thank you and have a good day. They probably think that you're a crazy stalker, but just not everybody has home training because they just don't know.
Right, but I mean, but yeah, if I know it's hard, but sometimes if women can ease the attitude in the beginning, give somebody a chance. You know, you want a guy to give you a chance, give that same guy a chance. You know, the thing that women have that men don't is it's up to us not to mess up with you. You all know as soon as you meet us what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And it's up to us not to mess up. So along the way, if we mess up, you determine, well, how big of a mess up was that? Can we still get to the point I want to get to, or was that too much? And sometimes you don't cut it off where you need to cut it off, and then sometimes you go way too long, you know. And it happens on both sides of the fence.
All right, Chef, hold on, because I see it in your face. Wait, hold on, we because I know you want to respond. Real quick, for those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. This is an entertainment, news, reality, variety show. It's all that in one. The show is here Monday through Thursday night from 7 p.m. until we get tired or either our ghetto internet goes out. Either one, either one. Do me a favor, go over to YouTube and like the Real Chat Daddy Show on YouTube and Facebook. It's free, it's easy, it's simple. Every night, lively conversations. We also give the latest COVID-19 update for the state of Illinois. We talk about the top news stories of the day. Tonight is Lady T Tuesday. I have two ladies whose names begin with T. These two ladies actually are friends. The lady who's in the box next to me over there. Oh, I did it right. I did it right. Alcohol makes me do it right. Yes, that is Thyteria Towns, and she is single, ready to mingle. She is our bachelorette this month. Don't forget, Friday, January 29th, I'm doing a relationship chat. But she's a bachelorette that was kind enough for me to bring different men with different perspectives to talk to her. But her girlfriend in the box down there, oh wait, down there, Miss Chef Takana, don't be basic, Miss Chef Takana, who created our wonderful martinis and cocktails tonight. She is her friend, and she is trying to help her get advice. You're my friend too. I love you, but here's the deal. She's trying to help her with her relationship dilemmas. And so tonight, our expert and bachelor is the amazing Mr. Chaz, fellow journalist, poet, spoken word artist, a gentleman who I worked with many years ago. Honored to have him here with us tonight. Y'all see, I can't even call him Chaz. I got to get used to that. That's his star name. And he's here tonight to talk about the things that women need to know about relationships. And he just dropped a lot of beautiful knowledge on us just a few minutes ago. But then Chef Takana act like the biscuits didn't rise and that she smelled a little stank on the cheese. Look, Chef Takana, what did Chaz say that's got you now wanting me to sip my martini again? Yes, go right ahead, boo.
Here's the deal. I've listened to Thigh as well as Chef Chaz, because I will always honor another chef as chef. There is a trauma that a lot of African American women, single women over the age of 35 deal with that they don't express, discuss, acknowledge, and bring to the forefront, right? So I understand everything that you just said, and I agree. But I think that part of the issue that is ignored and not acknowledged is we as African American women have dealt with what I can call a trauma of relationship foolery with our counterparts, African American men.
Wait, Chef Takana, what is it again? Foolery, yes.
The foolery, the buffoonery with the T, that we have dealt with African American men that are either unlearned, untaught. It's not been expressed, exhibited, displayed, or provided as a theology. Let's just say it just ain't happened.
Yeah,
it ain't happened. Ninjas don't know what they don't know. So you have the 35 plus woman that is learned, knowledge, educated, classy, degreed, employed, housed, real estate, and
business owner.
Burst in liquor, and the accoutrements, and then you got the unversed, uneducated Timberland. I think my pants hanging off my ass is gonna work for your ass, nigga. Okay, and so you bring all that into a Twitter, Tango, what you say, Tinder, what's
Tinder.
the other one? What's the other foolery?
Match.com, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of that.
Data Farmer.
Them
Okay.
and
So now
I
Chef
need y'all to talk to the farmers, because that might be where you need to put your money, because them niggas got some money. I'm just
for all of our multi-race audience members tonight, the N-word is okay tonight. We talking amongst ourselves. So go right ahead.
It's okay because I said it. Now you said, well, anyway, let's be real.
I tuned too much today. I love it.
I turned 47 2 days ago. Deal with her. So
okay, yes.
It's still a Roni.
That to say, it is very difficult in this current times of 2021 for the African American woman, 35 plus, to aspire to a gentleman caller, because the majority of them have given up on trying to hunt. They are no longer hunting, they are magneting. Meaning, I got my magnet gloves on, whatever attaches itself, I'm going to go with it for the night. And unfortunately, what's attached itself to your magnetic gloves, not all, majority, 98,000 trillion%, has been these young little girls, the Megans, the Stallions, the twerk, the drop it like it's, that right there. So
people.
Those young women. And so, unfortunately, women 35 plus that have class, that do debutantes, that were curtsying, that still know how to do a full curtsy, because I do, that had the white gloves on and had a cotillions. We are a dinosaur when it comes to meeting and or attracting a man of caliber. Let me say that.
What do you think that is?
But that's the plague and the plight of the world.
What do you think that is?
Say again?
Why do you think that is?
Because the women beyond us in this age bracket, the people that, okay, so here's the thing. Again, I'm an educator. Let's put that shield on. Let me.
Shield.
The majority of the parenting that I deal with or dealt with before I retired from teaching in 2020, they were 35 and 45 years old and unlearned, unknowledge, and ungrandmothered and unmemawed. We, and myself and other generations, we got the tutelage from older women, whereas this younger woman that has a child that's, yes, high school age, they didn't have that, because now the kids that we taught, teach, and whatever, they're being groomed by grandmothers that are our age. So there's a lost generation, and to answer you, there's a lost generation of tutelage of what is appropriate for a woman, and the expectations are not laid out. Some of these women, they don't know what they don't know. So they accept whatever they get. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. In my 20s, I met a woman named Miss Dowry when I worked for United States Public Aid. She taught me something I will never forget in my whole life. She said, these young women, baby girl, they're used to snowmen. They'll accept whenever he's sprinkled. Mm-hmm. Don't get you a snowman, get you a real man. He always consistent. We don't have enough of those type of women that are teaching these younger women in this new generation and era to stop accepting a snowman. So a gentleman like yourself, Chaz, is hard pressed to find a woman. You can find a little girl, but a woman, because a woman shouldn't want a sprinkle on here and there, a snowman. She want a real man. And a lot of these girls don't even know the difference.
Now, let me tell you what's so ironic. The next thing on Chaz's list that he sent to me now, I'm reading from his list, is that real women need to know how to recognize, respect, and retain a good man. Now that's
That's the
amazing,
anointing.
Chef, that you would even bring your dynamic up when
That's the
next on his
anointing.
list was that. Chaz,
Only
let's tackle that, because
when
you know what,
you
a lot of
are
these women don't know how to
welcome.
recognize.
Anointing. That's it. Yes. You're on the same page.
So-
Absolutely. I agree.
So I'm primarily going on a lot of my own personal experience. You know, the last relationship that I was in, she was 34, 35. And even said she knew I was a good man. I was a great guy, but she just couldn't continue seeing me. You know, and I didn't really press it. You know, this was on the cusp of COVID starting. You know, that kind of has something to do with it. But what I mean by that is, you know, when you have a good man that does things for you and with you without asking, is consistent in what he does, you know, he calls you, he says he's going to call you, you know, you can count on him for whatever he says he's going to do. A lot of times you take that, some women will take that type of man for granted. I have heard women say, I've heard it on other shows similar to ours years ago. I won't name the guy's name because I don't like his show, but he had women on there, and they were saying that they don't feel like their relationship is validated unless they have drama.
What?
Numerous women said that.
I got you. Keep going. Yeah.
And so when I say recognize, you know, if he does something a little differently and you're like, oh, I'm not used to that, you know, then you need to step up your game a little bit. If he steps up his game, you know, get to where he is. That's the retention part. You guys are working together, you know, making each other feel good in whatever that you do. You know, you start a business plan together. You have your 5-year plan. I have mine. We have ours together, you know. And then in terms of what was it? It was retain, recognize, and what was the third one? I forget.
And respect.
Respect.
Right, and respect. Right.
And respect.
Recognize,
That's the
respect, and retain. Right.
So
Very good.
Yeah, you need to have mutual respect. But a lot of times women don't respect the men that they're dating. And they do that especially when they're around their girls. And I'm not trying to generalize, but I call it the henpetrification of America. When women would, you want to tell their man what to do in front of that, like go get me something to drink. Excuse me, is that how we talk? We don't talk to each other like that at home. How you gonna talk to me like that in front of your friends? So it's that respect thing. I wouldn't do that to you in front of my friends. So it goes back to number one. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes, you know what? I love this comment. Our good friend Tennille Jackson. Hey, Tennille. Glad to see you on here tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here. We love you, Tennille. She said more quality men need to want to be in committed relationships and then date accordingly. I agree. That's on my side of the fence. That's on these ladies' side of the fence. That I think that men think that, you know, relationship, oh hell, I can get another one. Somebody else will come along, somebody more beautiful, somebody more talented, all of that. And really, now more than ever, people need to try to meet somebody and settle down. Don't you agree, Chaz? Or do you disagree?
I definitely agree. You know, as the ladies were saying, once you get past a certain age, all that ripping and running, you don't have time for that. If you're an old football player like me, your body don't have time for that.
Right.
You be running around like that. But you know, especially with what's going on in the world today, you know, between COVID and just the state of unrest everything is in. You know, you want to be with somebody that truly loves you and wants to be with you. You know, if it's too much work being with somebody, then it's not right. It should be effortless. It should be like just breathing. You know, when you're in the right type of relationship, it should be just like, oh, what's that? It's my relationship. It should be sweet, you know, and you know, so it's just we need to be more honest with each other. And the thing about being committed relationships, I prefer being in a committed relationship. You know, I'm not one of these cake and eat it too kind of guys. It's like if I wanted to be hopping around I guess I could do it, but I work too much to be trying to hop around. I want quality, not quantity.
Now you've been awfully quiet, baby. You okay over there? Is it anything you want to add to this before I give you all Chaz's last bullet point?
Oh no, I wrote all my bullet points down. I agreed. He's definitely right with his point. So I didn't have anything to disagree with. But I also know that I've been up since before 1 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had a nap. So I think like right about now it's coming down on me.
We got you. We got you. We finna wrap up. So the
Nope.
last point on his list is not all men are project men. Some men already have their lives together. They are ready to be providers, do the right thing, all of that, but they're not finding women that will take that serious enough. Correct, Chaz?
Yes, there is a whole lot of men who are not part of the Build a Brother workshop. Some of us already have our acts together, and that can be a problem for some women. If you don't, there's certain controls that women have that they can use on men, whether it be through food, through sex, through their attitude, whatever it is. There are ways that women use to control men, and when those things don't work on you, then women don't want to deal with you. Unless you're a professional chef, you can't outcook me. So you can't get to me through my stomach. I know how to budget. I know how to dress. So it's like you got to bring something else to the table. And it's like that's not what's being done. And I just think that women really need to think a little bit deeper when it comes to men sometimes. Then they're not really doing it at times. Yes.
All right, ladies, your closing response. Who wants to go first? Go ahead, Chef.
So here's my statement to what he just said. I agree, but I pose a question. Where your fishing pole at?
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? What do you mean by where's my fishing pole?
So your statement was a lot of women are not actually ready for what it is that you're presenting, correct?
Oh yeah, I would say that's accurate. Yes.
Where you fishing?
Where am I fishing?
You're a chef. You understand about and how we as chefs go about getting our meals, right? So I can't be I can't snag fish if I don't want salmon and I want ribeye, right? Come on now.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Brag there. I
Right.
got to brag where it is that's going to give me what it is that I'm looking for. My question is, where is your fishing pole?
So I touched upon that a little bit earlier when I said in terms of, first of all, I don't consider myself fishing because that hasn't worked. But but to answer the question is, when I have been looking to meet someone, it usually has been through a work situation, through, like I said, a board that I might work on through a nonprofit. It could be through a church. It used to be through when I would do performances, I would meet women. So it's a very diverse kind of, I guess, pond, so to speak.
So what I want to add before we close, real quick thought, I'm sorry. What I want to add is not just to you, Chef Chaz, but to all men. Before you start talking to us women about what it is that you're looking for and or wanting, I want to make sure that you got your pole in the right pond. Because sometimes you getting what you don't want because you shopped in the wrong.
I should have shopped.
Come on, sir.
No, I agree with you. Works both ways, but I agree with you.
It does work both ways, but I'm just making certain that people understand not what you said, Chef Chaz, but in general, because there's some other gentleman and or woman that's watching that doesn't understand that, yes, we are for the picking and choosing. However, it is also about if the man ain't getting what he want, where you shopping? You at Pizza, you at Whole Foods. Because I need to understand there's a difference of quality on both levels.
Mariano's.
I'm done. My drink is empty. I'm done.
Bacteria, what do you want to say about that? I'm gonna take me a nap in a minute, y'all. Lord have mercy, y'all done got me drunk for real. Go ahead. All right, Dad, where are you with this?
I got Ambien sitting on that dresser. I can't wait to take that doggone pill later on.
Right, I know. Right.
But this is so apropos that we're having this conversation right about now because I think I was watching it wasn't today, I think it was Good Morning America, and they were talking about meeting, various ways to meet, people within the COVID situation. And I couldn't believe that they said use Instagram. And I kept looking, I'm like, okay, well, let me look at the people that I'm already on Instagram followers with. Majority of the people I know, they're my friends. I've been knowing them since basically grammar school. But just trying to figure out, like, how do I go into other people's, I guess you got to slide in people's DMs or, find people in various arenas if you're interested in. And go, it's just so much to do. It's so much time. It's so tiring. And really, I don't have it. I don't have it because I'm a business owner.
And that's not your responsibility. You are supposed to be chastened and sought after and hunted, not lay myself out on the street so you can find me because I'm laying there and you're going to trip over me. I'm going to get whosoever will let them come. That ain't your role. Oh, I'm sorry. I said I was going to talk.
Well, Jesus.
Now, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to co-sign what Tennille said. Tennille just said, listen, some days you can go to Pete's and find something on sale at Pete. Right. Look, Tennille, I'm with you. You can go to Aldi's, you can go to Fair Play, you can even go to Moore and Oregon. They've been out of business forever. But I just believe
for sale though? Are you for sale? Okay.
Are you for sale?
Or are you on a different level where there is no price point? I need you to price yourself with what it is that you want to receive. Come on now.
I got you.
I ain't for sale. I'm not. There will not be a sale that I am the Mercedes, your Prada, your Ferragamo. I will never go on sale, boo. Come on.
Yeah. Well, okay, but then again, you got somebody now. Trust and believe.
Listen, I was like this when I didn't have. I will never be a sale item on the shelf because there is so much value to me, baby. I need you to get me at full price because what you're gonna get is amazing. What? I cannot put this on sale. I'll never be basic.
Never be basic.
I'm gonna need that T-shirt. I'm gonna need that T-shirt.
When I come over to my grits, I want a shirt too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, believe it or not, we're a public health and awareness show. And what we did not do tonight is remind you guys that we are in the midst of a global pandemic. And in this pandemic, we are reminding everyone to please wear your mask. Do you guys have a mask? Yes. Grab your mask if you have a mask. That's okay, y'all. Pull that T-shirt over. Right. Cover your nose and mouth. That's right. Pull your shirt over. Make sure you cover your nose and mouth. Don't have it hanging off your lip. Don't have it hanging off your chin. Cover up. Make sure it's tight. Make sure you are, thank you guys. Make sure you are washing your hands. Soap and water is the number one thing to help kill germs and bacteria. Make sure you clean under your nails. If you don't have soap and water readily available, make sure you get some hand sanitizer. I love your shield. Put your hand sanitizer on. Make sure you rub your hand. We're sexy sanitizers on this show. See how we do that? Look, you can turn somebody on. Look, right. Rub them hands right. And then look, wink while you rubbing your hands. See? Sexy sanitizers. That's what we are. Sexy sanitizers on this show. Social distance, 6 feet back, 6 feet forward. Get up off of me. Y'all done did that before, ladies. A lot of you women that don't want to talk to these dudes, get up off of me. That's called social distancing. And if you're not feeling well, what do we say on this show? Keep your ass in the house. Keep your ass at home. Keep your ass at home. It's okay. It's trendy now to keep your ass in the house. Who knew that 2020 would make it trendy for you to keep your ass in the house? So do that, okay? Keep your ass in the house. Stay safe. All right. I want to get closing thoughts from everybody tonight. Chaz, you've been absolutely amazing. We definitely will have you back. You're going to join us on the event on the 29th. I'm doing Chat Daddy's virtual relationship chat for all of you all that are single this year. I'm not trying to match you with a mate as much as I'm trying to put you on the right road of writing a great profile, doing a wonderful profile picture, maybe looking at other apps that you never thought about before. Once you become a certain age, you might want to find somebody that is more into what you're into versus just, like she said, where are you putting your fishing pole? Where are you? So we'll talk about all of that Friday, January 29th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. More information is coming soon of how you can be a part. Brother Chaz, give us your closing thoughts. You've been outstanding tonight. And if there's anything we need to know more about you, please share all of that with the audience now.
I'll just simply say this. Abrir los ojos, which is open your eyes in Spanish. So open your eyes, open your mind, and open your heart.
Chaz, I thought you just called us all old hoes. That's what I thought you were saying. I said, did he just call us old hoes? I said, right. I was like, did he just say all you old hoes? Right. I was like, did he just say all you old hoes? Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chaz.
No, that's okay. But in terms of if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at the Groove Garden. On Twitter, also at the Groove Garden.
And when I tell you guys, when this man cooks a meal and put his meals on Instagram, they are just wonderful meals. Chaz, how did you even become such a great chef like that?
I'm not trained, for one. I'm self-taught, but it's how it started was before I went away to school. My mother, my grandmother, and my aunt sat me down and said, "You're gonna have to learn how to cook, clean, and sew." Because you're too arrogant and too conceited and won't no woman want to deal with you. Hey. So that's how I started learning how to cook. And then I've always loved cooking shows. But what stepped it up for me was when I got divorced. So cooking was my therapy. And that's what helped me, get through it was cooking. And the last thing I'll say about that is with most men, anything that you want to do well is because you're trying to woo a woman. So I learned how to cook well because that's one more thing in my arsenal to get you to come to me.
Yay, very good. Thank you so much, Chaz. You did an outstanding job tonight. We appreciate you. Chef Takana, your closing thoughts. Oh, brother, you coming back again. I promise you that. Chef Takana, your closing thoughts on tonight's show, and then tell us how we can connect with you and all that great stuff.
Absolutely. So real quick, Chaz, I have a question. How tall are you?
5'2".
5'2". Okay.
No, I'm 6 feet.
6 feet. Because I've had some text messages, just so you know. My closing
I was like, girl, if he 5'2", that's an Iliad for sure. Baby, that's an Iliad. That's about Iliad height. That's right. That's Hobbit height.
Did you see me run past the Hobbit? Okay.
Right. 5'2", baby, that's a good old Hobbit. That's a Hobbit.
No.
So I wanted to tell you guys, I appreciate, as always, being able to just join in and be a part. I love it. We didn't get a chance to talk about something that I'm really, really interested in talking about is the young man, the older guy and the young woman, the stereotypes of what happens when we as women date voraciously. Versus when a man does and what we're called and what they're not. I actually taught a whole class in Cook County jail about the stigma. We'll talk about that another time. So
that means you'll be co-hosting again real soon, and that will be your TED Talk on the show. That'll be your TED Talk on the show. Look, honey, when you put it out there, I book you. That's how it works.
I know.
Continue,
so I'm ready for it.
Conversation, yes.
So I appreciate meeting you, wonderful Chef Chaz. Thank you for your list. And I'm so happy that I'm able to say, check, check. I like that too. You know what I'm saying? So those are very good things. I hope that there were some things that were stated to you this evening to think about, consider, reinvent, cultivate, curate for your own plateau and plate. I love the fact that Thigh always yields, and gives us information about the stuff that we don't think about as what's plaguing the different uh, women and different women, just all ages, what's happening right now in the dating world. I said to chat last week, and Thigh, uh, COVID has been the very best opportunity to date. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, this is the best time because what you have is what you didn't have when you had all them distractions when the world was regular, which is stuff and static. Now you have an opportunity to communicate, talk, figure out what that person's mindset is, their mental stability or instability is, so that you don't go further into a relationship setting or situation with them. And you can just weave out. If we just want to get it on, look, let it be what it is. I'm going to meet you at Aura, and we're going to go and do this, and I'm going to go on my way, you're going to go yours. We ain't got to be friends no more. So COVID has given us the opportunity to kind of do that. So I appreciate all of what you've given us, Chef Chaz, and Thigh. Your vulnerability is amazing. I love it. And Art, you already know how I feel about you. It ain't none else to say.
Well, thank you, Boo Bear. Look, thank you for our delicious cocktail tonight, baby. When this show is over, all I can do is grab a pillow when this show is over. Now, our amazing co-host tonight, Miss Thyteria Towns. As I said in the beginning of the show, you guys, she lost her beloved brother today at 109 this morning, Thigh?
109 this morning.
This morning. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you and your entire family. We really appreciate you for being here with us this evening. You didn't have to do this. We love you. My whole heart goes out to you. Thank you so very much. But what are your closing thoughts about tonight's show? And if we have to get a new bachelorette for next week, we will. But if not, we hope to see you back next week as our bachelorette.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you, Daddy, for such an amazing time. I have a wonderful time every time I'm on your show. Chaz did a great information. I wrote everything down here on my list right here. A lot of the points that you said, I mean, those are rules that you should live by when you're dating, and I didn't disagree. And then also with Takana, I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. I love the critical mind that you bring to the table every time you sit down. And I'd like to thank everyone for, extending prayers out to my family. I know I haven't been on Facebook or everything else. I have to thank you, everyone, to go through my phone and at least try to return text messages. It's been a long day, but at the end of the day, I'm so happy that my brother is no longer in pain. He's no longer suffering, and he's with God. This is so weird. My brother loved to sing. There's always music and something going on in his house. So they had a whole party downstairs with, I heard karaoke. You guys heard phone rings. My sister-in-law was in and out. But I just keep her in prayer. She's a wife that she's been married to him for 35 years. They've been married.
Wow.
Don't get it wrong. They have been the Bobby Whitney story of everything you could possibly think of. No beating, but no drugs. Of just drama. And at the end of the day, they have wonderful kids. And I got to tell you guys this. Yesterday, when my sister-in-law and I were at the hospital, when they called us in and told us that my sister-in-law, that we can go to the hospital, my sister-in-law groomed my brother. When I told her, I was like, are you Mary Magdalene? Mind you, his kid, everything in his body, all his organs were failing. Do you know this woman got the clippers? He had hair growing out his ears. If anybody ever met my brother, he's the most metrosexual dude you ever met in your life. My sister-in-law was cleaning the hair out of his ears, his nose, trying to get him cleaned up. I watched her wash his fingers and cut his nails because they were so long, and toes. And I'm like, damn, you really love your husband. I was like, I would be blessed to even get a fraction of the love that you had. And she was like, don't get me wrong. There were, ebbs and flows throughout the entire relationship from the beginning to the end. But she was like, I loved him and I knew my husband loved me. So I would, just to get a tenth of what I saw on yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just kept kissing him. We're all in this PPE. She just kept kissing him. I'm like, we don't know what he got, dude. He's septic. We can't be kissing on him. But just to be in that situation, like she didn't care about him being septic. All she knew that her husband is metrosexual and he cannot be laying up in his hospital looking like this. So I'm just so happy that my brother's just not suffering. And we're laughing downstairs. He's at the pearly gates with his drill sergeant's suit on, telling the angels, "You need to be over here. We need to do over here," and grabbing the mic and singing. So again, just have me on today.
And that was the purpose of this entire show, is that really, when you think about it, if you are single and have been single for quite a while or want to get back out there, everybody wants somebody at the end of their life to be able to do what your sister-in-law did. Everybody wants somebody to be able to get up at their funeral and say, here lies a person that was amazing. Here lies a person that was beautiful. Here lies a person that, yeah, we had a lot of drama and problems, but I stood there through the test of time. And so your testimony you just gave tonight have brought me to tears as well, too, because that's why I am Chat Daddy. That's why I want love to flourish and grow. It's not about what's right now. It's about when you're at the end of time, who is there doing what your sister-in-law did. And that's but God. That is but God.
Yes.
Yeah, I kept calling her
That really is.
I know. I was like, oh my God.
Say this. Can I say something? My pastor, my actual Bishop Jakes, I got married in 2004 and I got divorced in 2014, but I learned something in 2002 from him. He said, you don't marry the person that's just fine today. He could be fine in his suit, she could be fine in her shirt and dress and whatever in her heels. You marry the person that if you had tubes running out your nose, if you're on a ventilator, if you're sick and you buried your mother and your father at your gravesite, those people are present. I'm looking at you right now. Okay. All right. Yep. I'm sorry. I have to take some liberties. All right. Yeah. Please, because this is what I do. Please give me a moment.
Go right ahead.
Bye. There is a unique opportunity right now for you to tap into your sister-in-law's, the essence and the smell of what you saw, what you just said. There is a smell to it. There's an aroma. There is an energy and an essence to the beauty of the love and the fabric and the feeling of it, right? I want you to understand it's unique, it's poignant, it's apropos, and it is relevant today.
Oh, yeah.
Tap into it, glean as Naomi and Ruth. Glean on it. Understand that it is for you, that thing. And it is still possible and present. Without the list, without the tenders and all of the apps, it exists beyond if you tap in and are open. I said it when I turned 30 and I'm 47. I said at 30, God, whatever it is, I don't need, take it out of my hands. Whatever I do need, I'm going to leave my hands open so you can pour it into me. I don't want to miss what you got because I closed it. So everything, every lesson, yes, tap into it. Everything that you smell, that you feel, that you vibrate on, that you hear, that you understand, every moment is palpable. And as a chef, smell the aromas, honey, and enjoy them. because they matter.
Lord have mercy. All right, you done got me verklempt and crying tonight. You got everybody. This.
No pearls, and I'm like, I have no pearls, but you know I'm gonna clutch these pearls today.
Yes,
but it matters, and I don't want you to miss it from sensationalism. Your brother's life matters.
Yes.
What his wife said.
Yes.
What she did.
Yes.
It was something you needed to see because you need to know it exists.
Yeah.
And it still is present and relevant even for you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
That's
is.
all
And
I
with
gotta
that
say.
being, amen. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Fi, I just love you so much. If there's anything you want or need, I appreciate you for just being a trooper. I think tonight's show was what you needed. I think it really was. Yeah, I think it really was. Yes. And look, real quick, on behalf of our guest tonight, Brother Chaz, I'm gonna put this comment back up one more time. Right, I'm gonna put this baby. This is my new favorite comment. Not a and not an evil uncle. Yeah,
that's
baby.
Said that.
Baby, that tonight was the comment of the century. Do you understand me? Amen. Amen. That was great. That was great. Yes, we have an amen up here for what was said as well too. Lord have mercy. This has been a great show tonight. It really has. On behalf of all of my guests tonight, I just want to say thank you all so very much. I just love and adore you all. You do not have to do this, but you did, and I appreciate you all. And the best is yet to come. For more information about yours truly, please go to therealchatdaddy.com. That's my website. All the information is there of how you can find out about yours truly and all the things that I do. Do me a favor, go over to YouTube and subscribe to The Real Chat Daddy Show on YouTube. It's free, it's easy, it's simple. I won't sell you anything. I won't knock on your door on a Saturday morning asking, do you believe in me? None of that. None of that. I just need your support. It helps to build the show and continue the mission of the show. We're a health and wellness show, and that's what it's all about. Another thing that you can do is go to Facebook, like the Real Chat Daddy Show page. If you ever want to watch an encore performance of any of the shows, they can be found on YouTube or Facebook. On behalf of my guests tonight, this has been a really great show. People are saying how much they loved it. Let me put this up here. One of our top fans, Wamelda, we just love her. Great show tonight. Enjoyed everyone. Have a blessed evening. I agree as well too. On behalf of my brother Chaz, Chef Takana, and the most beautiful Miss Thyteria Towns, God bless you, my friend. Our deepest condolence on losing your brother this morning, and we are here for you. Honey, we'll have a repass on the air if you need us to have one. Now you know me, baby. You know I have a repass. Oh, everybody is sending you messages of condolence. Yeah, we'll have a repass. Yeah, we'll have a repass for you, baby. We'll have chicken wings and everything as a repass. Yes.
Oh, gotta say, being black and losing people. I swear, when I lived in Alabama, somebody died, they're gonna bring a casserole. Because I lived around with white people. In Chicago, it's so much chicken downstairs. It's chicken and cake. And I was messing with my sister. I was like, somebody gonna bring a 7-Up cake. Man, we opened up the bag. It was a 7-Up cake. And so just
look, put me a plate to the side. Put me a plate to the side, girl. You don't mention two things I like. Put me a plate to the side. Put me right.
We real chicken, chicken, baked chicken. I'm like, oh God.
Oh my God. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Coming up tomorrow night on the show, we actually have a sex therapist that will be joining us. It was announced today that Dr. Dre and his estranged wife, as you guys all know, are going through a really crazy battle. His estranged wife revealed today that they spend $675,000 a month on entertainment alone. And Dr. Dre was going to offer her 80. Baby, Dr. Dre was going to offer her $81,000 a month in support, and she's saying it's not enough because they spent over $600,000 on just entertainment a month. So tomorrow night we're gonna talk about what in the hell do you do that you would spend $600,000 a month on. Baby, if they into chains and whips, girl, they into a whole goddamn circus. Do you understand me? Like they bring an elephant and stuff in. Right.
And you wonder why he had an aneurysm.
Oh wow!
And you wonder why he had an aneurysm. They was doing some wild stuff. Woo!
Y'all spend $600,000 a month on entertainment. Look, for $600,000 a month, everybody on this broadcast will go strip for them. Look, and Chaz, I don't even know if that's what you into, but I'll put you in there. You know what I'm saying? For $600,000 a month, right? We'd all be talking about, look, Dre, what you want, Dre? How you like it, Dre?
I have to bring the clap back.
Right. On that note,
I'm gonna be talking.
Is this after hour show, Chat Daddy?
Not yet, but it's gonna be right. On that note, wait, I love it. Somebody said not the on-air repass. Yeah, we'd have an on-air repass on this show. We're not scared. We're not. Everybody have a pan of chicken, all that. Right. She said not an on-air repass. Yes, we will do on this show. We do it. We do it. All right. On behalf of all of my guests tonight, God bless you all. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance. Sanitize. Keep your ass in the house if you're not feeling well. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:00. We're going to talk about Dr. Dre and his estranged wife and the fact that they spend over $600,000 a month on their entertainment. And we're going to have a sex therapist that's going to keep your relationship like good and tight so that ain't nobody trying to sue you for $675,000 a month. How about that? Because if you making their head spin, they can't sue you for that. Right. Yeah. Yes. Amen. All right. We out of here. I love you guys. Have a great night. We'll talk to you guys later. We're out. Bye.